Once you get your CRM up and running, and you know what a CRM is, you're going to find that you have to have a process in place to keep up with people. What if you get a call or you've reached out to somebody on circle dialing and you have this great conversation with someone and you realize that they might want to sell their house in 3 months, 6 months? How do you make sure that you follow up with that person? The answer to that is a really good CRM and a system to follow up what we call lead management in that system. So as part of this kind of series we've been doing on your daily plan, you want to log into your CRM on a daily basis and look if there's anybody that you've scheduled out needs to be called today. On a very simple level, every lead is an opportunity to talk to someone and convert that lead into a client. Sometimes that lead will be a lead for months and months and sometimes years. I've had leads that have converted after 3 years, and that's okay. You might not feed the you of today, but you're feeding the you of 2 years from now and 3 years from now, and that you is worth putting this time into. So the first step of that is to create a system, and I recommend this one, of identifying how important that lead is. And I'll say that a different way. It's not how important that lead is, but how urgent that lead is. And to understand that, you have to understand the sales funnel. At the top of a funnel, picture like a tornado shape, a funnel or a cone. And at the top of the funnel is everyone you've talked to, everybody who is in your sphere at all, or that you've had a chat with, or that has responded to a Facebook ad or whatever, however that person came to you. They go in the top of the funnel. And they're maybe in the discovery phase. Maybe they know what real estate is and that's their only attachment to it. As they work down the funnel, they may start thinking about, wow, I'm 24 now. I've had 2 apartments. I need to think about buying a home. Or, gosh, our oldest kid is going to graduate next summer. We need to think about selling this home. Or, wow, the market is changing and maybe we should start moving money out of our investments, out of the stock market into an investment property. All of those people have moved from the awareness of real estate into I'm thinking it's time for me to make a move and buy or sell. So as they move down the funnel, they're going to pop out at the bottom when they're like, I'm ready to buy a home and I want you to help me do this. I'm ready to sell a home and I'm going to call you to come and do this. So during those phases of the funnel, they're at a different urgency. If somebody is just really, maybe they just bought their dream home, you're going to want to follow up with them quarterly. They're not urgent. They know what real estate is. They're a great client, and you might want to follow up with them as a seller because the next time they come to you is most likely as a seller. But you probably only need to touch base with them quarterly. Although many people think you should do 33 times a year, and I'm in that. But if you're following up with them as a lead, that is more, touching them as a lead should be at least quarterly. When they're in the middle of the funnel, it's probably monthly. They've made the decision they're going to buy or sell, but maybe they're not actively looking yet. Or maybe they're not, they're still at the, we got to start thinking about how we get the basement clean, or we have to start thinking about, should we bother redoing that bathroom before we go on the market? But they're not ready to hire a listing agent yet. When they're at that stage, you want to but you want to communicate with them. You want to reach out to them. You want them to know you're there, and you want to be providing value at least once a month. And when someone has raised a hand to you, maybe they're looking on your site and they are actively looking at homes and favoriting properties, but you've called them and they're not really ready to go out and look yet, I'd be talking to those people once a week, and not necessarily picking up the phone once a week, but I sure would be trying to reach them. Maybe it would be picking a home and sending it to them and saying, hey, did you see this home? This has, I don't know, whatever you think there is important to them. This has a great family media room in the basement. And then when they're hot, they're fire, you want to be talking to them every day. So if we reference back to our morning schedule, You want to be, these are the people you want to call in the morning and say, hey, you know, these 2 new listings came on today. Did you want to try to set up something for this weekend? So that's how you're going to do lead follow-up. This is different from your client follow-up. This is different from keeping in track with actual clients that you're working with. But if you have any questions about this or you want some help setting up that schedule, we can help you do this. The first step you're going to do is you've got to pick a CRM, or at the very least a spreadsheet, but I recommend a CRM. If you're a real estate agent in Rhode Island, the Rhode Island MLS does have a discount for Lion Desk, which is a perfectly adequate CRM. Don't get bogged down in picking your CRM. Some people will spend weeks and weeks. Pick one. If you want to spend an hour looking at it, great. I recommend as a new agent that you probably don't need something like Top Producer or whatever the really big expensive ones are yet. You might want to switch to that. But something like Chime or Lion Desk or I think there's one called Realty. A couple of those will get you where you need to go. You need a CRM that will let you make notes, that will remind you when it's time to call that person, that will hopefully let you text, email, send a message to, and send a video to that person, as well as link them to your MLS. So that's a little bit on lead follow-up and nurture. Hope that we can talk to you again soon. I'm SandiWarner with Warner Realty Group. Give us a call.